It's a tough labor market out there, and sometimes good talent can be hard to find. On top of that, your time is precious. So when you do find a good candidate, how do you convince them to join your team? Chances are the good candidates are receiving multiple competing offers that are nearly identical in terms of salary, perks, and benefits. One way you can tilt the table in your favor is to understand what your ideal candidate is looking for in their ideal role. And it goes well beyond dollars and days off. We are all universally on a search for both success and significance. We all want our lives to matter. In addition, we're all wonderfully unique in our temperaments, talents, skills, and experiences. Put those two facts together, and you'll discover, as I have, that we are all fundamentally on a continual search to find a place of contribution. We might take a job we hate or stay in a role that bores us for a short time, but ultimately we'll jump ship if we find a place that allows us to make a bigger, better, and more unique contribution. Same goes for the job hunter. After they've done the recruitment dance with you and twirled around the floor with you a few times to learn the role, strut their stuff, and get a peek at your perks, then it's time for them to determine if they want to continue this dance with you as their leader. You might be thinking you're courting them to join your organization, but in reality, they're most interested in that which will impact them most directly. Perhaps your leadership, but primarily their future team. When it comes to decision time, your please, please, please accept our offer candidate makes four considerations that ultimately guide their decision to stay at the dance, as it were. These four decisions are based on what I have described as the four laws of contribution. In my book, Superpower, Release the Potential in Your Team. The leader or recruiter who understands this can attract and retain the best talent and build the best team, period. Here are the four considerations your candidate is making. They need to be able to say to themselves the following four statements. First, I understand what you're trying to accomplish and I believe it's possible. I'm intrigued enough to want to be a part of it. If you're smart as a leader, you'll realize that you're not filling a role or a vacancy. You're asking someone to join you on a mission. After all, who doesn't like a challenge? No one wants a job. Everyone wants a purpose. Be clear in what you're trying to accomplish as a team. Let them know that you have clear and well-articulated strategic priorities that demand superstar power. Second, they're saying to themselves, I see a place for me on this team and believe it's good for me and a good fit for my skills. Paint a picture of your candidate so full and rich that they see themselves in the portrait. Too often we talk about our organization, structure, hierarchy, benefits, etc. Boring. Talk about what it would look like to have this person on your team. What would change? What would they add? And the challenges they would experience. They need to feel needed. Third, they need to be able to say to themselves, I want to work with your existing team and I see myself fitting in and functioning well here. We are all scared and skeptical of what we don't know, particularly of situations that we have to spend inordinate amounts of time in, such as with your team. Be clear in the strengths and challenges of your team. Talk about your shared values and culture. Don't misrepresent the team, though. That's almost cruel. If you need a de facto leader on the inside to help you rebuild the team, then say so. Some people thrive on those challenges. Your candidate wants to ensure they're not joining a band of losers. And fourth, they need to be able to say, I can see myself being successful in this venture, and I think I can learn and grow through this work and experience. There has to be a visible trajectory. That might include a look up the corporate ladder or simply be a purview to personal development and the chance to take on new challenges. Everyone wants to be on a winning team, so start talking metrics and the culture of team accountability before you even sign the offer letter. Great teams know when they're winning and when they're not. Can you prove that yours does? So here's the point. Structure your interviews to cover these four considerations. Sure, walk through their resume, brag about the company coffee maker, and flaunt your benefit package. But at the end of the day, ensure you paint a pretty clear picture of what you need, which means you better be clear on that yourself, and the opportunity for the next superstar to make a big contribution. Then, just let them make their decision. 9 times out of 10, they'll choose you. Think about it. I'm Mark Frizzell.